it's Heather Moxie and welcome back to my channel. The other day I realized that Valentine's Day is tomorrow and I don't have a video for you guys. So in today's DIY, I'm going to show you how to make a few last minute Valentine's Day cards with scratchers. So just like my last Valentine's Day DIY videos, I'm going to be using PicMonkey to make all three of these designs. And this was a complete coincidence. I didn't plan to be using PicMonkey all three videos, but it worked out really well. I definitely recommend using PicMonkey if you want to design anything from scratch. For the purpose of this video, I've had to speed things up just like the last couple videos, so I also recommend slowing the video down if I'm going a little bit too fast for you. But I basically just picked the font I want and then went to the overlays where the hearts were. For design number one, I picked this heart overlay and decided on about 3 of them. And whenever I'm placing objects in a row on PicMonkey and I want to make sure they're completely straight, I just add another overlay of a rectangle just to keep everything in line, and I arrange everything that way. For this screen recording, it ended up cutting off a portion of what you're seeing, so they are completely centered, it just doesn't look that way. I ended up adding a kiss mark overlay and then putting Happy Valentine's Day with the year on the bottom right corner. I thought this would just be cute if you're going to save it, that way you can remember, oh, it's from Valentine's Day 2016. And since design number one is fairly simple, I ended up stopping there because we're going to be filling in each of those hearts with our scratcher material. For the next design, you just want to go ahead and erase everything that you just did so we can start fresh. So design number 2 is going to be more in line with a scratcher card theme. So for this one, I did the same exact thing, picked my font, arranged everything the way I wanted it, and then added in the directions. Just like design number 1, I went back to the heart overlay section and picked this version of a heart. After that, I made the center transparent so that we could fill it with our scratcher material and then just aligned them like design number 1. And then I went ahead and added in a Happy Valentine's Day at the bottom to finish it off. Starting from the same template, design number 3 is going to be a date night themed Valentine's Day card. So I went ahead and chose my font and arranged it just like usual and added in the directions for what we'll be doing. I stuck with the same heart overlay as design number 2, except I added more of them so that I could put more activities in the center of each one. All 3 designs are really similar, but they're all really simple, and PicMonkey actually has this really good trend of arranging all of their overlays based on themes, so they actually have Valentine's Day themed section where everything Valentine's Day themed is in this section. So I found some Cupid overlays and I added those to the top corners, and they finished off design number 3. Now that we've finished the designs, we can get to the fun part. I printed my designs onto large index cards, and all you're going to need are Mod Podge, silver paint, a paintbrush, and some dish soap. And of course, later on you'll need a coin. To make the mixture that will become our scratcher material, you're going to pour a couple pumps of dish soap into a bowl with a couple pumps of acrylic paint. I did about 2 pumps of dish soap and then 3 to 4 squeezes of paint. It really doesn't matter, I just eyeballed it and made sure that I had more paint than dish soap. And for each design, you can fill in each heart with whatever you'd like. I just used an ink pen and filled in different types of activities, different types of date ideas, and different things that I loved about my boyfriend. Now, to cover your hearts, this is the most important step. You absolutely have to cover each piece of writing with either a layer of Mod Podge or a white crayon. I didn't have any crayons on hand today, so I went ahead and used my trusted Mod Podge and covered each heart in a thin layer. Once that dried, I was able to go in with our mixture and cover each one. When you're painting over your hearts, just make sure to dip your brush in the center of our little mixture there and then go over each one until you can no longer see the writing anymore. So for me, it took about 2 to 3 layers depending on the size of the writing and the size of the heart, but I just went back and forth between each card after every layer dried and added on a little bit more until I couldn't see the writing anymore. All 3 designs took about 30 to 40 minutes to dry completely, and then I was able to give them to my boyfriend to test him out, and with his penny he just chose a heart and started to scratch it off. The Mod Podge is what protected the writing underneath. If you don't add the layer of Mod Podge or a layer of crayon, they are going to scratch through your paper and take the writing with it. So it's definitely necessary that you add that layer in there, or else they won't be able to see what you wrote. Overall, I think this DIY was a huge success, and for a last minute Valentine's Day card, they are super cute and super sweet, and they just add a little bit of fun into a regular Valentine's Day gift. If you'd like to stick around, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with all of my DIYs in the future, and of course, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I will see you guys next weekend. Bye!
It'll be down in a minute unless you'd like to take her to the up door.